Every semester, courses are automatically created within My Classes based on information from GallNet. That means that even if you have already taught a similar course before, a new course will automatically appear for the upcoming semester without you having to request it. This video tip will discuss options for you to import content from a previous semester's course, an uncombined course section from the same semester. So if you've worked in section 001 and want to import into section 002 for the same semester, or from a development course into the course created for your upcoming semester. To import course content, you will start from the course for the new semester. This course is empty and does not have any content in it. As soon as I enter the course from the home page, you can click on Import Existing Content. Or in the course navigation, you can click on Settings and then Import Course Content. Either option will take you to the same Import Content page. This page warns you that previously imported content from the same course will be replaced. This does not apply to us because we have not brought in any content at this time. And manually added content will remain. Under Select Content Type, click the drop-down menu and select Copy a Canvas Course. From the Select a Course drop-down menu, select the course that contains the desired content you wish to import. You can also enter keywords to search for a course. When I select the course I want to bring content in from, I will have two options under Content. You may select All Content, which will import everything from the old course into the new course. As Salisbury University transitions between classic quizzes and new quizzes, you will notice that by default, importing content will convert any classic quizzes into new quizzes, since classic quizzes will eventually be sunsetted and new quizzes will be the only option available. So remember to take advantage of using new quizzes now. You can also select specific content, which will only import anything from the old course that you choose to bring in. You'll notice that under All Content, this includes calendar events. With many faculty using Zoom, which creates section-specific calendar items, ID&D recommends selecting specific content in order to skip adding the old Zoom meetings to your new course. That way, you will not need to manually go into the calendar to delete old Zoom meetings that were imported into your new course. Select specific content is also useful if you want to import a few items from multiple different courses, such as from a course template, a development course, and content from a previous credit-bearing course. We'll come back and look at all content later. We'll get started with Select Specific Content. When you have selected specific content, click the option to Add to Import Queue. Under Content Imports, you will see an option to select content, and when you click that button, you will see a list of categories that you can import content into your course from. The content options you have to select from will vary based on the content being used in the course that you are importing from. For example, if you do not have any calendar items, you will not see an option to import calendar events. You will want to check Course Settings to bring over the course menu items and the homepage settings you have used in your previous course. And you will want to check the Syllabus Body option if you would like to bring over the content that you have created in the syllabus tool in My Classes. If you are using the template provided by ID&D, the syllabus tool by default is set to be the homepage, so you will want to select both Course Settings and Syllabus Body to bring all of this content over as is. Now I'm showing a course that has Zoom meetings scheduled into the course. So if you have created Zoom meetings in your course, you will want to skip importing these calendar events. So do not check that box. Or if you have a few calendar events you need to bring over because they aren't Zoom meetings, you can choose to select specific meetings to bring over. In this case, these are all Zoom meetings, so I am not going to check the box. Many other items where you may have more than one piece of content, such as modules, assignments, quizzes, or pages, will provide both the checkbox to bring everything over, so all 7 modules, or again, you can hit that drop-down arrow and choose only specific modules that you want to bring over. When importing modules, any relevant content, such as pages, assignments, and files added to the module, will be brought over automatically. However, you can still check these boxes to bring in your graded assignments, or select specific pages that you want to bring in. You may also choose to skip bringing over your announcements if you would like to create new announcements. Or you can expand to bring over and select a specific announcement that is common to many of your courses, such as a welcome announcement. But once again, if you import all announcements, you may need to manually delete or update old or irrelevant announcements, such as changes to an assignment due date, after you import the content. While not displayed here, if you have added an external tool, such as a library guide, you may see the external tool options in your Select Content menu. You can select to bring over any external tools if you want your integrations to work the same way. Likewise with rubrics and learning outcomes. If you have not developed or linked these items in your old course, you will not have these options to import into your new course. This is an example of where you might go to select specific content for another course to pull in rubrics that you've developed elsewhere. Once you have made your selections, click Select Content and My Classes will start importing from that previous section into your current section. And again, you can go to other courses to bring in different specific elements if desired. It may take a few minutes for the process to complete, depending on how much content is being imported. You can navigate away and return to the import screen without interrupting this import process. Now let's go and import all content, which is the default selection. Whether you select to import all content or specific content, you do have the option to adjust events and due dates. This applies to assignments and to-do list items in your course. To shift dates, you would have to add the beginning date range and the ending date range from the previous semester, and then you will add the date range that you will be changing to for the current or upcoming semester. The Canvas system will attempt to match dates as closely as possible, recognizing, for example, that your first assignment is 2 days after the beginning date. It will try to make the first assignment in the new semester 2 days after the new beginning date. It will try to keep the same days. So if this was a Tuesday assignment in the previous semester, it will make it the closest matching Tuesday in the current semester. However, if your class day is switching, such as a Tuesday-Thursday class moving to a Monday-Wednesday class, you can also click Substitution to substitute days, such as Monday to Tuesday and Tuesday to Wednesday. Please note, if you use the Shift Due Dates option, ID&D recommends verifying the updated auto-assigned dates as necessary, particularly to accommodate for holiday breaks that the system would not be aware of. Alternatively, you can select to remove all dates rather than shifting the dates if you prefer a workflow where you know that you have verified and updated an assignment once you have added the new due date in manually. Once again, when you have selected your content and due date options, click Add to Import Queue to start running the course import process. Be aware that there is no undo option for importing content. If you import course content into your new course and it overwrites work you have done in your course syllabus page, for example, this content will have to be manually updated to return to the previous state. If you import content from the same course multiple times, instead of duplicating content, the default is to replace the content. Again, meaning if you have done work in a previously imported assignment and then you re-import it, it will erase the work that you did and re-import it with the original version of the assignment. Also, you can only import content from a course where you have a teacher role in the course. If you are only looking to import or share specific content with another course or colleague, you may also be interested in using the Send To or Copy To features instead of the Import Content feature. For more information about these options, please see our Sending and Copying Specific Course Content video tip. In this example, when I imported the entire course, there were issues that were flagged, and I can click on the View Issues button, and I can click on the links to remediate the issues on these respective pages. You can always run the Course Validator link to look for issues across the course before you publish it to the students and fix anything that's not published that should be, or any links or content that is missing or broken. Thank you for watching this tip about importing course content. For more information about importing content, please visit the following guides.